Greetings and welcome, everybody. Welcome to the panel discussion after the film African Apocalypse. So my name is Charmaine Simpson. I'm one of the directors of Black History Studies. And Black History Studies is an organisation that teaches Black history and Black studies throughout the UK and abroad. And we do that throughout the whole year and not just during Black History Month.
Excellent film, first of all. I think it makes a great contribution to the canon of knowledge of Africans in the diaspora about the complexities and of European colonialism on the continent.
This documentary is perfect in highlighting and articulating the reality and exposing the way that what happened in the past is so relevant and is so meaningful and is a direct catalyst as to where we are now.
Congratulations. I think you sparked so much debate in so many different areas that there's a lifetime's work in that documentary.
For me as an educator, I absolutely love the film because it will give people an introduction to this whole area if they didn't know about it before. And it hopefully will encourage people to go and do their own independent research as well.
I think that the realities of current day colonialism, neo-colonialism on the continent that is referenced in the documentary, gives a really powerful insight into the continued rape of African economic resources and the colonial relationship of the French Anglophile countries with the French government.
In terms of concrete actions, one thing that could happen is there could be a real case brought towards France, as has been done in terms of the Algerian situation, for some kind of reparatory justice and acknowledgement of the crimes. But again, in terms of just the wider knowledge of and ability of us to be able to defend and say, no, this really was a Holocaust of sorts. This really was a crime against humanity.
When I think about colonialism, the only other point in time in history that I would reference it to, or I suppose look at it alongside, is something like the Holocaust that occurred in Germany. This is something that we are taught in schools and that we all know is something which is so despotic and so horrific. And there are many sites where people can go and reflect and pay their, I suppose, homage to their ancestors, etc., etc. However, within the United Kingdom, we really don't have that.
Empire was a horrific thing, and here is the first-person testimony from the people who are direct descendants of the victims.
There was a quote that came to be one of my favourite ones by Marcus Garvey, and he says, a people without the knowledge of their past history and culture is like a tree without roots. And I think that one of the most interesting things about modern society is that we're constantly encouraged to ignore history when it suits prevailing attitudes.
I think that is what I'm very happy about, that the film is very real and talks to the people of Niger and gets their story. And I would like more and more people to know this story, and for more and more people to become interested and critical in colonial history and how it really has shaped the modern world that we live in, shaped the inequality we see in the world today, shaped the economical systems by which we live today, and maybe then also get involved in overturning them as well.